Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to another best of 3 of StarCraft 2. Today we have Lambo here in the top left as our red Zerg player, taking on none other than our good friend DKZ Hero on the TLMC 20 maps, Team Liquid map contest number 20. New maps potentially going into the new map pool. Voting link will be down below in the description if you have strong opinions on which map should make it in there. This one is called Steam City because there's a lot of pipes here and I think they emit steam. I don't think you can actually... Okay, there you go. Like, a little bit of steam out there. Steam City, baby. Oh, yeah. And Gaben is happy about this one. As Hero opened up with a quick hatch block. Actually, let's first have a look at the map, right? What's going to happen in the first 1 minute and 45 seconds? Not a whole lot. We have a third base. We have a fourth base. Pretty open space. Fifth over here, pretty liney. Couple of force fieldy areas. Is this a ridge? No, this is not a ridge. This is not a ridge, but a high ground. Got some steam walls over here. A bunch of rocks, more steam walls. Bunch more rocks, I guess. Yeah, looks like a pretty standard map to me. If I'm being completely frank with you guys, a very standard map. 4 base setup, pretty simple. A little bit of an open space, but this is triple force field. This is 4 or triple force field. And this also is triple force field. So easy 4 bases. 5th base relatively easy too, because it consists of 2 chokes. One can be walled off perhaps with gateways. The other one will be hard for people to attack through this choke. So a more defensive setup on the first 4 or 5 bases. This base relatively close to the other. So I am not a huge fan. This is one of the... I think we've had maps like this before. I think we've had many maps like this before. And of course, I always like replacing one standard map with a different standard map if you want to add another standard map in, rather than keeping the old one, because I do like having fresh maps all the time. But at the same time, I'm not sure if you just want a completely new standard map in there, or if you want it a bit wilder, so to say. All right, we have the first step making its way across the map. Let's see what Hero can achieve with this, as there is a queen in the main. A set of links is being produced as well. Lambo will need to micro his drones. Turn 1 into a spore here in order not to lose it. He did not pick the wrong drone. Did not quite do that, as he loses a drone, adds in 6 more. How many links did we end up building here? 4 total. Did we lose any? I think we lost 2 on the other side of the map, or 3. No, 2 links, 1 drone have gone down. Second gate coming up here as well, as Hero's first Oracle is on the way out. This bad boy is going to shade back home as we're heading into a more standard mid-game approach. Oracle, Forge Twilight is what I'm expecting here. Could be just a Twilight by itself. Maybe 4-gate Glaive, maybe 4-gate Blink, maybe 6-gate Blink. One of the Korean Protoss players called Classic has recently been playing a lot of 6-gate Blink without Forge. Is that 3? It's going to be 3. Wow, nice fly through. Gets 3 drone kills. At the same time, Lambo's moving across the map. I think probably got a kill there on a probe. Forces a cancel on the pylon. And I actually think Hero might get supply block here. 52 out of 54. I don't think he can forever keep warping in units here. As we'll need to recharge this Oracle. Evo chamber on the way. Relatively late, because there was an initial investment in a bunch of links. Lambo's queen count is at 5 rather than the more standard 6. It's going to be a 2-1-1 queen setup. Or I think it's going to be a 2-1-1 queen setup. Ooh, drone goes down. Does not get the 4th base. Does not get the 4th base. As triple adepts, no, 4 adepts are moving in. Oracle's getting 4 drone kills as well. At the same time, this drone does not get killed. But Hero is here and he's here to cause a little bit of chaos. 6 links are out. That should be a cancel. That should be a cancel. He is going to cancel. Where are the double Oracles helping us out? They're not here. 8 workers going down in total. 3 can be ascribed to the Oracles. And then 5 will be the result of this adept run-in. Lots of mining time lost as well. And they're going to get at least 2 more worker kills here. There we go indeed. Boom. 2 more worker kills. Oracle's trying to move in. It's a triple Oracle into Forge Twilight. Phenomenal start here for the Korean Protoss player who's up 7 workers. Lambo is countering the Blink +1 with his own +1, which is a very appropriate counter, but he'll be losing his 4th base. And thus, 1 more worker will go down, about, what is it, 67 minerals will be lost to the cancel. And larva will be a scarce resource here for the Zerg player from Germany. 2 stalkers will get taken out, and a couple of lings will most likely fall as well to the oracles, plus remaining stalkers. Okay, drone count continues to grow. Fort base, Baneling nest. I'd love, actually, what would I love to see as a follow-up here? I think it's just a Hydra then. I wouldn't mind just a pure Hydra Ling Bane type of setup. 67, 72 drones. Hydra Ling Bane, still no spore over here. Look at this, Jesus Christ. 22 workers killed. 22. That is a lot of workers, and more are going down. You skip a spore in order to be a little bit more economical. You know, an extra drone mining, you're saving some minerals, but if it costs you this many workers, perhaps getting a spore is just the better option. 4th base, 5th base, 6 more gateways, as Hero is going to follow this up with an all-in. He says, hey, if I get to deal this much damage, I probably should be capable of just straight up killing you. And I can't disagree with him here, because I do believe he's going to be capable of just straight up killing his opponent. I mean, Lambo is down in workers while being all-in. That is usually not a great sign. Does not have any follow-up tech, so the defense is going to be pure Ling. Stalkers tend to scale a little bit better than Lings, due to them being a range unit. So Hydras will need to come in eventually to help this out, but I'm just not really seeing it. Oracle's coming in, getting another kill. This Oracle needs to be very careful. Maybe a stasis ward up here, is that possible? Does that hit from high ground to low ground? I think it does, right? If you put it up here and a unit walks into range, I do think that transfers onto the low ground. Either way, Stalker's now moving in. We're going into 5 gas. Lambo's in a world of trouble here. He's going to go for a Ling run by, but there is a cannon here, plus a battery. Good luck, my friend. It's going to be rough for you to get any type of counterattack going, and it's going to be real rough to push this back. Queen count is not that high. We only have 3 oracles in the back. Should be capable of buzzing down a lot of these Lings. Stasis ward gets thrown in there too. 100 supply against 106. Lambo. Finally getting a spore. This time at the 4th base though. A few Hydras on the way too. I think he's just dead. I think he's absolutely gonzo here. Overlord's gonna get knocked out as well. Is this hatchery... I think Lambo should actually just give it up. Maybe try to clear some of these. Say, hey, this big group of Stalkers I'm never gonna get, but maybe these small groups of Stalkers I can do something. I'm not super feeling it. Queens are moving over, trying to surround this force. Oracles are out of energy right now, and this army might just get pushed back temporarily. Problem is that there's a 4th base behind it. There's 63 workers. We have continuous production pumping these Stalkers. Charge is about to finish up, and +2 is as well. Hydras are good, but without any upgrades against +1 upgraded Stalkers, they won't be good enough. And Hero takes game number 1. Our second map is going to be Tortous, which is a weird one. It has 2 shared gold bases. So you can build a hatch here or a nexus here, and it's kind of open, and there's 1 gas on this side, there's 1 gas on that side, and we have a similar setup over here on the left. I'm not sure if you'll ever take it. Maybe if you take a triangle, then expand to this is the 4th, theoretically possible. Then on top of that, there's also a healing fountain. I think this is a big plus on the map. I think you can heal units here. I've never seen this in action yet. I know that it is in the game, because I remember reading about it, that this was something that could be added in maps now, but I've never actually seen it used, so I'm freaking curious. What the hell are we gonna be doing here? Void Ray first for Hero. Okay, that's a switch up already. Lambo is expanding in a line, rather than triangle. I mean, you could take this as a fort, then this could be base 5, this base 6. 7, 8. Okay, maybe possible. Maybe possible. For now, though, Void Ray. Let's see what his plans are. Let's see what his plans are. Hop. 2 more get sniped. I also wonder if the Oracle defense generally is just going to be better, because that was the main story in the previous game, right? Is that the defense was bad. The Oracle defense was not good. It sucked. Simply said. Void Ray is going to fly across. Going to snipe 1, well, maybe 2 Overlords already. Could just get double OVs. Oh, could get 3. Let's see how fast Lambo is here with the cleaning of the OVs. 1 is very far forward. So you're getting this. You're getting this. This one is guaranteed. This one is idle. Okay, number 2. Overlord number 2 is going to get sniped here. Prismatic alignment. 3 Overlords on the way for Lambo. Oi, 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 oi. And Hero's going to be happy with just getting 3. So he moves back home. Has an Oracle on the way. Oh, this Overlord could still get grabbed later. It's out of view, actually. I can see it on the minimap, but you can't see it. Can't see it on the screen. Need to zoom out here. It's off the screen. This is as far as I can go to the right. So it's going to be difficult to spot, I guess, for Hero. We have a Spore on the main. Yeah, can't really go in there as a result. We have a Roach Warren. Double gas, 39 drones. This is going to be a Queen Roach Ravager all in. We're not going to be seeing any use of the fountain, I think. I think the fountain is not going to be used here whatsoever. But I could be wrong. I don't think I will be wrong, but I could be. Follow-up will be Twilight Forge. Oracle, Void Ray, Oracle. So triple Stargate, Twilight Forge. Forward third base. 9 more drones on the way right now. But I'm still not buying that this is a macro game. It doesn't feel, it doesn't smell like a macro game. Could have used the defensive transfuse there, by the way. Oh, maybe didn't have it available. I thought he had 50 energy, but I guess no. Drone being sniped here by Mr. Void Ray. Lovely to see. Lair's about to finish up. We don't have OV speed quite yet. Which is kind of something I would have expected. OV speed. We're going up to 7 queens. It's going to be an Evo. Wait, what? This is a macro game. Oh, it's a Roach Hydra. What? I don't quite understand what's happening. That's what's happening. I am lost. He took such fast gases. Such a low worker count. I was 100% sure that this was going to be an all-in. But it doesn't seem like he's still adding drones right now. Oh my god. Stasis ward hits in a big way as well. Hero outplaying Lambo here in the first 6 minutes of this game. As Lambo is going to need to find a way out. He has the Hydralisk then on the way. Oh, this hits absolutely nothing. There were some people that were telling me that they had been practicing redoing stasis wards on the same... Because there is obviously a time where if you hit the stasis ward perfectly, you can re-stasis a group of units without them being capable of moving out. And the only way to stop that is by killing the stasis ward with units. So if there's no units nearby and you can time it properly, you can double stasis, which is a huge deal because that's a lot of mining time lost, of course. So these stalkers over here, what are they up to? They're just hanging out. 14 stalkers. Gonna be moving across. Lambo right now going for range. No infestation pit. Late fort base. Hero is responding to this by getting a robotics facility. Sorry, a robotics bay. And an immortal. Defensive type of setup. I think sentry plus energy recharge on the sentry would be helpful. Would be very helpful even. We have one adept over here. I mean, Hero should realize what's kicking off. It's like, hey, there's no fort base. But he hasn't scouted the bottom left quite yet. That could potentially be his downfall. Lambo is gearing up to move across the map. Groove Spine's on the way. That's, of course, the range upgrade for the Hydralisk. Oracles could have died there if the Hydras were paying attention. Burrow gets research? What the hell is this build? What in the ever-living crap is this? Lambo is playing a completely unique game here at this point. Goes for a flank. Ooh, he's morphing some Ravagers. Morphing a couple of Ravagers. Why the hell are we getting Burrow? And why do we have 7 queens? Wait, we only have 5. Did he lose some? He lost 1 queen. He went for 6. And why are we not moving with them across the map? Okay, stasis wards are going to get cleared here. Good Ling movement. Hydras are out. +1 has finished. Roach is coming in from the side. Ravagers moving in as well. This is a beautiful angle for the Hydras as they're attacking this Nexus. Couple of workers already going down. Colossus now shows up, but there's not so many links to focus. So ideally the Colossus is busy dealing with these Hydras. No force field here makes this a straight up engagement. And I think Lambo might actually be capable of taking a W here with that straight up engagement. Absolutely awful early game, but a push that is working out fairly well here. 20 workers going down. This Nexus extremely low. Hero with a poor response. Did not scout the lack of a fort base. And as a result is now going to lose his own third. 48 workers to 66. Thermal lens finishing up in a couple of seconds. This isn't over yet. We have a backup third. But the worker count is in favor of Lambo. Lambo could throw down an infestation pit. Could also continue getting more Roach Hydra. Ling Burrow and an Unburrow. gets a couple of Stalkers for his efforts. Observer now has showed up, so that's a play you can only do once. This base is not really mining quite yet. He's probably going to send some main base workers over there soon. This is also close to mining out. Of course, Hero has similar issues. Can just mine from this third, though. He's rebuilding his own fourth as well. Lambo, I thought, was going to go into Infestation Pit Hive. Maybe Lurkers, maybe Vipers. But he says, you know what I can do as well? I can just go again. I can just send the same build, just get +2 range attack, and then attack before range attack does anything for me. He's going to try and surround these Stalkers right now. I think he might just be capable of doing that. And if you get like 6 Stalkers for free, which he's setting up to do, oh boy, Hero's going to be in a world of trouble. Lambo moves out. Lambo moves out. Does not want to reveal these. Does not want to reveal this. He's really keen on trying to get these Stalkers. Oh, he might just get them. He's baiting them in forward. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Like a Terran player. Here he comes from the side. Colossus a little bit out of position. Good set of force fields. 2 force fields were pretty okay, but not quite good enough. Can we get some more? Can we get 1, 2? Yes, we can. Colossus pretty much stuck here in between a rock and a hard place, though, as Lambo marches in forward and is going to pick up a victory here, most likely, as this base is going to get taken out for a second time. As long as Lambo doesn't just walk up in this ramp and loses all of his units, he should be fine here. Clears 1 base. Walks into some of his own biles, not quite brilliant. But there's only 1 Colossus remaining for Splash. And this Roach Hydra army is going to continue pushing on up. Even without the +2 range, this fight is extremely one-sided. As Lambo tripling his opponent's army supply right now is definitely ready to collect. Click and collect. And Lambo has clicked already. All he is here to do is to get that W. Hero still trying, but I'm not sure why. He's down about 60 supply right now in army. And about 100 supply in total. Lambo could go back home, transition into Brute Lords and still win this game. There's really nothing that Hero can do at this point. Even a Muta transition would win. I think even Mass Corruptor at this point would be a fair thing to do. Absolutely. A very fair thing. Robo's gonna get sniped here. There's 1 Immortal in the back. It's actually pushing out a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I think Lambo is a bit over eager to kill here, but I understand that. Like, Hero has no business being in this game with 41 workers. So Lambo just wants to finish it ASAP. He's also attacking 2 Infestation Pit just to be safe. He can add in a Lurker then, but the moment he gets any amount of Vipers, I mean, the game just super ends. It's just over, right? +2 on these range units. It's going to help out. This is actually a viable defensive force, maybe. Lambo with good control here, splitting off a couple of roaches on the top side and having a nice concave, making sure all of his units are attacking the entire way through. We're getting some battery healing on that Immortal with damage output just a little bit too high. Can we get some biles here on the Zealots? We can. Lambo takes game number 2. And our final game will be played on the Grid. A map which consists of these things, whatever they may be. A gold base that is blocked by rocks, which is something we don't see very frequently. We have a watchtower covering a portion of the bottom of the map. This is a weirdly large map. Like, actually a really weirdly large map. I'm kind of here for it. I kind of like it. Absolutely, I kind of like it. How many bases is this per person? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bases. 1 neutral in the middle. And it's a gold. I think neutral bases being gold and rich Vespene geysers. I was thinking, why don't we have rich Vespene geysers with less gas? I think that would be cool too, you know? Something that could be included. But neutral bases being golds, I think is sick because it forces people to move a little bit faster once you see that a neutral base is being taken. So it's more impactful to take these. I think that's is an interesting thought as well. Either way, let's have a look to see what Hero is doing over here. He's starting with his patented wall. This is the pylon core gate wall. And this allows him to basically get a very fast nexus. That is really all it does. And especially on maps with a relatively close by third base, I think it is... Sorry, wait, this is not a wall, is it? This is actually a full wall. There's a hole in this wall, Hero. Maybe you haven't noticed, but there is a hole in the wall currently. I would like you to plug it, brother. I would love for you to plug this wall at some point in the near future. Would be pretty freaking helpful. Would actually be pretty freaking helpful. This Adept's making its way across the map. We're going to have... what are we going to have here? See, okay, it's plugging it with this pylon. Adept, Adept, third Adept. So that brings us to 3 Adepts total if you build a third one. Oracle on the way. Third base going to come out soon. Still post third pylon because he really did have to kind of plug that hole. And what else are we going to be doing here? If a Shade out... Is he going to get a kill? Maybe on a Ling, but definitely not on a drone. Spore on the way as well. First Oracle's out. So far, I haven't been very impressed with the early games out of Lambo. Actually, I've been fairly unimpressed, which is weird because I think the early game is one of the things that he usually does best. He has good system set up to deal with aggressive threats. Ooh, here comes the Oracle. Did not get controlled. Gets hit twice there by the spores, making it way harder to deal some damage. Way, way harder. Let's see if this third base is set up yet. Not quite. No spore at least. And it's just double queen. Like, I can smell that hero. He's eyeing this base right now. There is a drone. Gets taken out. You have a new spore that is moving in. Double queen's moving downstairs as well. This base is pretty secure with the triple queen. So heroes, he's just flying in between base, man. He's looking for something. I think he's gonna stasis here. This feels like a stasis position, doesn't it, hero? See if Lambo's in time there to clear that. He won't be. Stasis will go off. Forge, Twilight. Lovely to see. Evo chamber relatively quickly. Over here on the third base. So far though, good start for Lambo. Hasn't really lost any drones quite yet. Oh, but now we're gonna get a big move out. That's what? 7 Adepts? That is indeed 7 Adepts, Kevin. 7 Adepts. What is the link count at? 11. 7-11. It's not going to be good enough, is it? 6 more links on the way. Queens will need to hold off for a little bit. But if these Adepts actually get in between the bases, you're going to need at least 3 queens to deal with that. I don't think 3 queens are available in between the bases. Evo wall doesn't quite go up. As these Adepts shade into the natural. Will they finish? They will complete their shade. We have a stasis ward coming up as well. Lots of these links going down. Lambo falling apart against the first bit of serious pressure that hero puts on here. Stasis ward hits 2 more queens. These finish up in the main base. We have some split shots. Beautiful stuff as triple oracle comes in. This is awful for Lambo. This is practically game over, I think. What a bummer here to end it like this. With 14 drones going down against 7 adepts. 3 still alive. Lots and lots of links falling as well. 24 links and 18 drones have fallen in total. And the loss is 4 adepts. And the investment in the extra 3, of course. Because that does delay things. This is not going to finish up. The adepts just stay alive. We still have some energy on these oracles. Can definitely clear a couple more links. Yeah, this is chaos. This is pain. This is gaming without a lair as well, which makes it impossible to counterattack. If there was a lair done in Overlord speed, I'd say, hey, maybe we can go for like Queenling, Bane +1 attack. But without that, good luck, my dear friend. How are you going to do that? Like, he's building a lot of links. He's probably going to morph a couple of Banes. But even if you get 100 links down here, there's triple Oracle. They're going to have infinite energy, or close to infinite energy. Like, it's 63 workers right now to 45. We have a Templar Archives on the way already. That's going to be a definite game changer. Once a single Archon pops out here, links are completely useless. Hero is so oblivious to his insane spot, though. Like, he's planning on taking a fort base here. My brother, all you need to do is not lose probes. He could even lose his third right now. If he loses his Nexus on the third but keeps his probes alive, he's still ahead. That is how crazy good of a position he's in right now. He's planning on killing his opponent's fort base, but this fort base isn't even real. This is fake. It's an illusion, okay? It ain't really there, my brother. It ain't really there. A single Archon is going to end this game. A single Archon is... I think Hero saw all of these links. We have more Stalkers now moving across the map. Hero is really keen on clearing this fort base. This fort base is so ridiculously unimportant in this game. It is so unimportant. It hurts to think about how unimportant this is. Hero's like, wait a second. Why do you have so many links? Why do you keep winning these battles? Maybe I should send more Stalkers? No. Chill at home, brother. We can hang out. We can hang out. This is not what you want to be doing. It's losing a lot of Stalkers. Oracles are pretty empty right now. Lambo. Oh. with his links is going to clear all of these Stalkers. Blunder after blunder out of Hero. I still don't believe it really matters because I don't see how Lambo is going to kill his opponent. The only way he can kill his opponent if Hero tries to defend the fort base that doesn't need to be defended, loses everything and then leaves the game. But his gateway count is so high. It is impossible to see him lose. We get a blink forward here. 71 workers to 45. He's getting Storm instead of an Archon. I've never seen someone misunderstand his position as badly as Hero is misunderstanding it here. He does not get what's happening in this game whatsoever. But it's fine because his early game was so good. His early game was so good that he can make 12 more mistakes. He can make an infinite amount of mistakes in this game. Once Storm is done, the game ends. Once a single Archon gets warped in, it ends. If the Oracles get any amount of energy, it ends. If these Oracles stay at home, it probably ends. Hero is really trying his best to make this game exciting, and he's doing a decent job at it. We're gonna get a warp in over here. Storm will not finish up in time to clear these Banelings. Banelings are gonna burst through, and that's actually going to cost Hero a bunch of workers here. We have links coming in from the bottom. There's 3 cannons at the fort already, as these Stormers are gonna get knocked out by the links, I think, before a Storm will be ready. 1 Storm now available, will not get used. I can't believe Lambo is actually dealing damage here. I mean, the Oracle still should be capable of holding, but holy crap. Hero tried his best to fumble this, but this was unfumbleable. As, yeah, he's going to win this map and thus win the series with a 2-1 score. That's going to be it for us today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked any of this map, be sure to vote for them in the Team Liquid map contest. Link is in the description. I see you all. I love you all platonically. Ciao, ciao.